Hi, guys. Hey, I want to talk about those times in your relationship with your partner where they stop communicating with you. And how do you break through that silence? How do you get back to connected to even understand what's going on? And right now, I'm assuming that you both of you are in a committed relationship. You've been seeing each other, dating each other for a while. You may be even living together. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, you feel like they're almost ghosting you. They're gone through the day. The text messages or the phone calls are brief. They come home. You don't feel like you understand what's going on in their world. When you want to share something with you, it feels like they don't even have time for you. All right, that's one scenario. The other one is when there's been a fight, an argument, and now there's radio silence and they're walking. You can feel the tension in the house, right? So, situation number one, where it feels like it's come out of nowhere and you're not quite sure what's going on because it used to feel like you talked all the time or you could communicate, and now you don't know what's going on in their world. This is important. This is concerning. There could be a red flag that maybe there are other things pulling them apart, maybe emotional fare, maybe there's some other interests, work. We don't know. And so, one of the things you want to do is, as quickly as possible, but as calmly as possible, ask for a time to talk. And you want to share your agenda. We don't want to ambush them. It might be something like, hey, it feels like we're drifting apart. It feels like we haven't really had a chance to talk lately. I'd love for us to sit down or go for a walk or go have some dinner together. Today, would today work for you? What about tomorrow? They shut you down both times. Then you just say, okay, look, it's really important to me. And I want to chat about this. When would be a good time for you so that the two of us can sit down and figure out what's going on? All right. Maybe they say in 2 days. Great, not a problem. You plan for it. You write down, please write down the things, because when we start to write things down, then when we bring them up, one, we don't forget them. Two, we tend to be calmer. Some couples need to actually just share the list because it's easier to absorb a person's concerns or worries. All right. And so you might tell them, hey, just write down anything that's going on for you as well. Okay. Scenario number two, where we know what's going on. Maybe I was doing their laundry and my partner's laundry, and I threw all the wet clothes into the dryer, didn't think anything about it, and hit high heat because that's how I always do it. And lo and behold, I forgot that they had their special shirt and that has to be hung up, or the pants or whatever, and now they're probably going to be shrunk or ruined. And there's a big argument, fight, whatever, disagreement, and now it's radio silence, and they are giving me the silent treatment, and they are walking around stony, cold, avoidant, just a few. All right. At least we know what's going on. We know the trigger. You're 50% on the lane. Same scenario happens. I mean, the same approach happens as you let them know, hey, I understand you're upset, and I'm upset too. I feel badly about the dryer issue. So, when would be a good time for you to sit down with me and we can talk about how it happened, what your preferences are, but more importantly, how can we have these kind of life events and manage the frustrations or manage the blow-ups, but not give each other the cold, silent treatment, not communicate with each other, because life is going to happen. And for us to be successful, I know we're going to have these bumps and we need to get through them more effectively. Again, maybe they want to talk about it now. Maybe they say, I'm too mad. I can't talk to you right now. That's great. I understand. When do you think you'd have a chance to calm down so we could talk? Because the key is here, we want them to be in an emotionally stable place or reasonably stable place, and pushing and harassing them doesn't do it. It just escalates and gets them further locked in. All right. So give them some space, get a time on the calendar, sit down, go to some neutral place. Please, if the fight started in the kitchen, at the kitchen table, do not go there to have your conversation. Humans are funny, and we have war zones, and those, without even realizing, re-trigger those same images or emotions. So get out, go out the patio and talk about it. And really what it is, you express your concern about the silence. You express your concern about how they are handling their upsetness or anger with you. And you let them know what that does to you. When you're silent like this, my mind worries, I get upset, I wonder, how are we going to get past this? In fact, I find myself even withdrawing further, and I don't want that, because I love you, like you, whatever the feelings are about it. And you want them to share their concerns. What did they feel when they came in and saw their precious shirt wrinkled? And so the two of you start to get past the facts, because we're going to fight about, how we discipline the dogs or the kids or park the car or, laundry or whatever it is. There's going to be all sorts of different things, but the dynamics and the mechanics of getting clarity about the conflict, communicating your perspective or your feelings about it and what that does to you, as well as being open to listening to them. Now, if they are difficult with emotional regulations and stuff, your best bet might be is to first allow them to tell you how they felt when they came in and saw their shirt wrinkled or in the dryer. You want to get them to get some of that off their chest and be able to let a little bit of the steam out, so that then you can support their feelings, support their disappointment, their frustration, and then have a dialogue about it. I hope that's been helpful. Drop your questions, share your silent treatment situations in the comments below, and I'll address them more. And if we want to talk about what happens, we're in the early stages of dating or online, and this person that you thought were having a really great time suddenly stops communicating, let me know. I'll talk about that scenario as well. Take care. Bye. I'm Dr. Liz Jenkins.